Hello and welcome to game 4 against Baron Fraser. So initially looking at this board, I forgot Lucky Coin was a thing, which I always do if I don't see it in my opening hand, which is bad. I need to work on that. Noticing these heirlooms and thinking about them rather than, thinking about them on turn two when they show up. I wanted to do this rebuild, right? You could probably win with rebuild. But I didn't want to play with rebuild. I never want to play with rebuild, so I decided to go for the minion thing, but that is a bit uncomfortable because there's no trashing, and your only village is Bandit Camp, so you and Bandit Camp puts our spoils in the deck, which makes things more spread out. So you can't play lots of monuments very easily or anything else you would want to play really. I mean, alternatively, there is the Bandit Camp Catacombs Ranger deck you could build without minions, but I feel like minion is the wave here. Minion attacks. Um, it also gives you 2 coins if you want it. Anyway, so I go for Tournament and Enchantress with dreams of building this thing. My opponent goes for um, a Monument and a Fool instead on the opening. I think I'm okay with him playing the Fool and being lost in the woods the whole way through this game. I don't think the boons will give him that much of a benefit. The best thing you could do is trash, right? But that's really very, very slow with a Fool. Unless we're going back and forth with the Fool, but we're not. And even then it's still slow. But we're not. So, he won't trash very quickly, so I'm not worried about him getting many boons. Refuse to play the lucky coin there because, like I said, I have all these dreams, right? All these dreams and hopes to build something with minions and bandit camps and rangers. Ranger is important for the plus buy. My opponent has one now. Picked it up on his last turn. I'm trying to get some kind of enchantress lock going. Apparently I like to lock people with attacks, especially the duration ones. The enchantress would also help snuff out rebuild, which is part of the reason why I opened with it, just in case he wanted to open rebuild. Let me see if I can build a deck that has enchantress in play all the time, and that'll snuff one rebuild at least if he has it in hand. I could have other rebuilds in hand, but at least we will stop the play of one of them. So I just wanted to see like how quickly I can build something that gets that going. So yeah, Bandit Camp has to be the next play here. I think I have a minion already. A Bandit Camp would let me play at least the Ranger. I need the Ranger to have plus buys to do more things. 5, I'm gonna go back for the minions here. The minions are very nice, very very nice, especially in this kind of deck where there's no trash and you could play a tournament, see one minion, swing, play a bandit camp, swing again, play a monument, swing again, because things are very spread out, right? And the minion goes through the deck, you could think of it as draw. You draw plus 4 cards, but you could still like continue your turn after non-terminal draw in a sense, or like a giant seller all the time. Maybe that's how to think about it. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there at you. You can do what you want with them. Here, I am gonna swing because he top deck things with that Sun's Gift, and I wasn't having any of that, so scrap that hand entirely for my opponent. It's probably a good one too, given that he, discarded a couple things and left a couple things on top. Also, the minion attack hurts this Fool thing. One less card in his hand makes the decision a bit more difficult whether or not he wants to discard for the boon every time. I did train the minions here. Maybe a bit premature to train the minions when I only have 2 of them. I don't know. But I am going to pick up a province here because I'm giving up on the dream, man. There's no way I could draw the entire deck here. I mean, something unfortunate happened. My opponent, he didn't buy anything. I offered him to undo that because really that's just an unfortunate misclick. He's not trying to like game me or anything. I would have happily gone back and let him buy something there, but he decided to play it out as is. I still felt bad about it, but whatever, right? I offered and he didn't wanted. So anyways, we are still buying provinces. The bandit camps are doing good for that, right? They just put in spoils into the deck and then I can use them to buy things. This deck kind of turned out to be some kind of money thing with some actions mixed in, like a couple minions which are like golds, bandit camp which gain things that are like golds, the enchantress which draws a couple cards sometimes. You know, it kind of ended up turning out to be that way. Here I'm lucky with this tournament. I'm going to get the steed just because I want to draw lots of cards with this ranger, and I could get the princess. I could get the followers here, but I go for the bag of gold, like rarely now, just completely switching over into something very money-ish. What my opponent is doing is too slow. He has a lot of rangers and bandit camps, but they're just not connecting, and there's the issue with bandit camp as a village, right? Just puts the extra card in your deck and makes things a bit more difficult to connect. Additionally, Enchantress put in good work at the beginning of the game, snuffed out a lot of things from my opponent, snuffed out monuments and bandit camps. I was pleased with the work of the Enchantress in this game, especially early up. So here we are two provinces. I have one in hand here, and I should be good to go for the rest of the game. Playing monuments a lot, you're not gonna catch up, and I do manage to get the last province to win. So that was game 4, and the score is 4-0, which means I win the match and I move on to round 2. So the tournament started today officially, so matches will go on for all of this week, and then next week sometime I'll play round 2 and put that up for you to look at here. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Comments, feedback are always appreciated. I'm rusty. I need help. Help me. Bye.